everybody. It is Wednesday morning and I'm super tired. Hubby went to work this morning about 2:30, and so I got up. After that, I found out I couldn't go back to sleep, and so I just got up and I painted my bedroom. Well, not the whole thing, but like a big portion of it, because the contractors who were working on the bathroom were also painting the room, but then they left that and didn't finish it, and it's this whole long story, but it's been needing to get done. So I got up and I did that, and it took me like 4 hours or something. Plus I had to get all the edging that they left. And so, but now I'm like super tired and I go to sleep at like a moment's notice. But anyway, I just wanted to check in with you. Doing really well. And we take our blood work day after tomorrow. And non-scale victory. I had a pair of black slacks on the other day and they felt so good. My hubby said, "Those look really nice on you." He said, "When did you get those?" And I said, oddly enough, I bought these about a year ago. I bought them about a year ago, and they were too snug up in the hippie area, and a little bit in the thigh maybe. But I said, you know what? They were a size that should have fit, and so I said, you know what? I'm going to buy them anyway, and I'm going to just try my best, for them to fit. And the other day I had forgotten all about them. I put them on for the first time. I took the tag off. I thought, oh, wow, I haven't worn these before. Put them on, and you know how good pajamas feel when you wear them. You just don't want to take them off. These were fitted. They weren't like, stretchy or anything, but they felt that good. I just wanted to wear them all day. They just felt so wonderful. They fit amazing. And so I was really proud of that I could actually get in there. And I know it's just what I've been doing, keeping my fat really low. I'm eating carbs and just really enjoying my potatoes and whole grains and, things like that. But I'm keeping my fat level, pretty well down. And also my cholesterol, inadvertently keeping the cholesterol down in my animal products because those contain cholesterol. I am keeping my concentrated calorie level down as well, because you can have like twice as many calories, twice as much. I mean, not twice as many calories, but you have twice as many as much food if you're doing like whole grains and veggies and stuff like that, then you can like a more caloric dense, meat or something like that, because of the difference in the caloric and fat content. So why not, just enjoy myself. Let's have more oats and fruit, or something like that. But, and so inadvertently it's bringing down, my weight, and that is, seems to be coming down without too much of a problem. So I hope this is reflected in my cholesterol as well. One of the things that I've thought about, and I've not talked about this, but a long time ago when I was 100% plant-based, and I went super low fat and my cholesterol reading went haywire, right? And it just seemed to shoot way up. And I thought, well, this doesn't work, for me. And I did a little reading on it and, found out that that's possible for that to happen. I've just been trying to go over it and over it again and go, gosh, there has to be a missing element, something that I'm missing as to why it went haywire, right? And I wish I had a very literal diary from back then. I mean, I have the blood work and I do remember, for pretty much the format I was following, but I don't have that literal diary. And I think if you don't have the literal diary written down or something somewhere, if you're doing something different and doing something new, then you don't really have the data to go back. There's a lot of people that are doing different plans that, they'll use the iTrackBites or the Weight Watchers app, but then there's a few people that I can think of. Let's Get Fit with Sandy. My friend Lainey's Life will do this, Bee's Journey. They also keep a written diary of all of their food. And I think that's really great because they can actually look back and see a direct correlation to the amount or the percentage of different macronutrients that they're having that may be resulting in whatever it is, whatever result they're having, right? And I think that's great to do it, and I wish I had done that back then, because the thought occurred to me that I was probably, since I was 100% plant-based, I may have been having an over percentage that I should have of perhaps higher fat vegan foods or vegan meats, things like that. Maybe I was having too many nuts. Maybe I was having too much coconut oil or something like that, and didn't realize that I was having as much of an abundance that that I actually was having, right? And I was thinking maybe I was keeping it low. I don't know. Sometimes we get in our mind that thought that, oh, I'm eating so good. How can this be? How can I have gained weight? Because, I've been on plan all week. I've been following the rules. And without that literal diary, we've forgotten about the late night snack or the snacks that we were having that maybe, the binge day or the fact that every day after lunch we had something sweet and inadvertently it was higher fat as well. The snack bars, the bars that had a higher amount of fat that, well, it's only 5 grams or 7 grams or 8 grams for that bar, but we had one 3 times this week and we had it every day after we had 6 or 7 grams of fat for lunch. Well, now you're up to 13, 14 grams of fat for lunch, right? And then after dinner, maybe have something that's got a little higher fat. Perhaps you just tip the scales, right? Literally on the fat grams or something like that. And without having that literal diary and without looking at it, sometimes it really helps to have that because that's where the problem might lie, right? And so I follow Dr. Nadolsky. I might be wrong on his first name, but he is... I love him on Instagram, and he's got some videos out there. But he's very, very. He is like a specialist in lipidology and in dealing with people to lose weight. It's his expertise. But he's fond of saying, that he can count on one hand in the thousands of people that he's treated. He can count on one hand the people who have actually tested for having a deficiency or something wrong with their metabolism as to why they're not losing weight. And the other people, it's just an excess of calories. That's really what it comes down to. And fat calories are much more dense than maybe other macronutrients of non-fat, maybe whole grains and fruits and veggies and things like that. It's just the way that it is, And so, I don't know, I just think that, I really admire the people who also keep that literal diary, and I think I need to probably start doing that as well, other than just using like the app or something like that. It could really help, right? Because if we're not getting the results that we want to get, then doing more of the same is going to get us more of the same. We need to do something different. And in order to do something different, you need to know what you're doing so that you can do something different, right? So we might think, oh, I'm being pretty good. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But you don't really know. Maybe you are pretty good 70% of the time, but maybe you need to be really good 80% of the time. Maybe you really need to be, I don't want to say good, that seems so vague, but maybe you need to back up in this one macro area. Maybe you have to back up on your fats by a certain percentage. Maybe you need to, decrease your fat by a certain percentage. Maybe you just need to increase your whole grains and, and your fruit and your veggies and try to get, when you do have, one of the wonderful things about having whole grains is that, and the fiber is that it does bind to fat as you're eating it and help escort it through the body. And so, that's a very good thing. And so at the same time, it helps to, help the gut bacteria flourish to where it needs to be. And that's going to help you lose weight as well. But that's a whole other video. Those are other benefits, to look into. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about keeping records and how do you keep records? Do you do just online? Do you write it down? How do you keep, and do you feel that you keep accurate records, or do you feel that maybe you could take a closer look, right, at at how you're doing it. And maybe we're underestimating, or overestimating what it is that we're having that's making the impact on our life that is occurring. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, a little question, something to think about. I will see you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Love you. Bye.